Can I be honest with you guys real quick? Like, truly humble, open, transparent with you guys. You may believe that you're alone on this journey. You may feel like the world's closing in on you. You may feel like no one supports you. You may feel like no one understands what's going on in your life. You know, it's such a dark place that no one gets it. But trust and believe and trust. I've been there. Big bro's been there. And the most important thing is that you can get out of it. So stay to the end, because we'll give you some practical tips on how, most importantly, to get out of this dark place.
What's good, people? You know who it is. It's Jay Reedy.
Come on, man.
Join Jay Reed, also known as Mr. Purpose Led. My name is Jonathan. I run a digital marketing agency. That's me. And I'm joined with my boy, my brother, my right hand, left hand, in front of hand man.
Come on, man.
Mr. Klutse.
Hello, guys. My name is Coach Klutse, coach, consultant, lover of people, man, and lover of life. So we've got a big episode today, man. But before
I like that. Lover of people and lover of life.
Come on, man. It's true,
yeah, man.
bro,
I'm that too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Squared.
Yeah, that too, man. But as we say, we've got to talk today. We've got something very, very important today to talk about. Getting out of a dark place, man. But before we go any further, sorry.
Oh yes, yeah. We got a shout out. Just a little shout out quickly from a comment from our 1K special. So if you ain't seen the Q&A, go ahead and look at the Q&A. It'll be here or here. It will be somewhere. You already know where it is. It will be somewhere.
And bro, before we go any further, guys, we made a promise to you guys, and see us here. We like to practice what we preach.
Yeah, 100.
And we said, part 2 will come out only if we get 85 likes. I believe right now we're on 78 likes. So if you guys want part 2. Go tell a friend, man, to go like that video, man. But, bro, before we go any further, man, run it, bro.
Yes, sir. This one was from... Oh, this one's from JV. Big up JV.
Big up JV,
If you don't know who JV is, you're lacking.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying. She said, you guys never miss. Proud of your success. Many more milestones to come. You see me? And she's correct. There are many more milestones to come.
Just the beginning right now, man. But I appreciate all your support, guys, honestly. But yeah, let's get straight into the episode, man. How to get out of a dark place, bro.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason we came up with this episode is because, well, we don't even really have a plan for this episode, because sometimes we plan episodes. But this one in particular is only because it was a recent conversation with me and Rob, innit? Because recently you just finished uni, and I mean, you could explain it yourself. Yeah, man.
So the reason why this episode came about, to be honest, because I'm very fortunate now to have been in a dark place, but I feel like now I'm getting out of it. I'm getting out of it. And I said to myself, I believe everything in life I go through, or we go through, is there to help other people overcome the same battles in their own lives. Because sometimes in life it's very easy for us to feel like, I'm going through this battle, no one can relate to it, no one gets me, I'm alone. But the truth is, you're not alone. So I'll give you a practical example of my own life. So after my exams, right, I finished my exams. Life was good. I finished now, thankfully. You guys know, if you've watched our previous episodes, I've been just uni for a while now. Uni.
University.
University, yeah, word. Yeah, I finished that now, yeah. And then after exam, I just felt so down. Like, I just felt so down. I'll be honest with you guys, like, as I said to you at the start, we're only talking realness today. It's not like, this ain't no superficial conversation. I felt
none of them are, by the way. I just want to clarify it.
None of them are. But I felt down, bro. I felt so down. I was like, what's going on? And what
you saying, as soon as you finish uni,
as soon as I finished, bro,
like, what do I do now?
What do I do now, bro? Yeah. And I realized, like, damn, I don't feel good, bro. What's going on? It was like, that was a dark place, bro. But one thing I had to do to really get out of that place, bro.
Well, first of all, why did you feel that way?
Oh, I felt like that because, bro, like, when you're working for a goal for so long, right? And I'm pretty sure everyone can relate to this. When you're working towards a goal for so long, bro, and you've reached that goal, you're kind of like, what's next? Like, you've reached that goal now, like, technically you kind of identified with that for so long now, because you've done it for so long. Like 4 years of my life, bro, even 18 years of my life, education, technically it's all done now, isn't it? It's kind of crazy to think like that, bro. So it's like, what's next? Because, for example, my placement year, I knew, okay, cool, I finished that now, cool.
So you did a placement year before your second and third year?
Yeah, okay. In between my last year.
Okay, in the UK we have 3 years of uni, so I don't know if that's the same around the world, I don't know about uni, but we have 3 years of uni, and then between his second and third year he did a placement year at there's a finance place, isn't it?
Yeah, tech company, tech finance, Tech finance. So it's like my whole life, I've always known the next step, the next step, the next step. Also, I know the next step, glory to God, I've got a grad job, but it's like,
come on, big up him.
For the first time, I was like,
can't just let that kind of thing slide. Come on, well done.
Thank you,
got a grad job.
Thank you, man. Thank you. But for the first time, I was like, damn, like this is tough, man. This is a hard. I'm in a dark place, bro. But one thing I felt I had to do.
So you found you felt like you put your identity in like education.
Unintentionally, yeah, bro. Unintentionally, yeah, bro. And that's the thing.
Like academics, and then like trying to basically do the best that you can, essentially, and then that was your main focus. So it's like when that focus went, you were a bit lost.
Yeah, and that's how I got to a dark place, bro, man. But one thing I had to do practically, had to talk to myself. That's one thing about being a dark place here, which I can relate to. When you're in a dark place here, your emotions start to be your emotions. Your emotions start to feel like they're your reality. You have to feel like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? What's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? You start to relate to that. You start to make that feel like it's reality. But what I had to do, what I told myself after that rut, I said to myself, Rob, like, this isn't you. Like, this actually isn't you. You have to start building momentum again, because if you don't, hey,
what did a dark place look like though?
The dark place look like for me, just down, not feeling like me, not feeling like me. You know what I'm saying? Not feeling like me. And that's the thing. Like, misery loves company. So my emotions start to pile up with my emotions. And I'm sure you guys can relate to this, where you have a bad emotion, and then another emotion comes to that emotion, it adds fuel to that emotion, and you feel even worse, and the dark place comes to an even darker place. Did
other people kind of recognize that you feeling like this? Maybe like a family?
No one could. No one really could to us.
So no one kind of clocked it, but you clocked it.
I clocked it. I knew. That's one thing about being self-aware, bro. You know, I knew, bro, this ain't really you. So I sat myself down. I said,
and that's another thing as well. Like, people really suffer in silence because they might even just put on a good face. Like literally, like Rob was just saying, he was putting on a good face and people couldn't tell. But there are really people out there that are suffering in silence. It might even be you who's watching this.
Yeah, man.
Don't have to suffer in silence.
You don't have to suffer in silence.
I remember you shouted at me as well. You shouted at me, and you told me that you weren't feeling the best.
Yeah.
And then you told me, oh, what you're going to explain how he got out of it, or how he was starting to get out of it.
Yeah.
Well, go on, bro.
Yeah, bro. So obviously, misery loves company, but momentum kills misery.
You were loading that one. That was loaded.
I came my head just now.
Yeah,
just now.
Are you sure?
I promise you,
Don't
bro.
lie.
I promise you, bro. Goes by witness, bro. Misery loves company, but momentum kills misery. So I said to myself, Rob, cool. I sat myself down in my desk. I sat myself down on my desk. I said, Rob, how are you feeling right now? I'm feeling down. Why is that? Because you don't really feel like you're going, like you don't really know what's next. And I said to myself, that's an emotion, bro. Because you know what's going on.
You know exactly what's next. You got a grad job.
Yeah, I got grad job. I got this. Like, I got so many things I got to do. I've got events coming up. You know what I'm saying? You guys are seeing
our
very
event,
soon.
July.
Our event. Come on, man. But it's like, I knew I got things to do. So it's like, I wrote that down. I wrote down the lies. Wrote down the facts. And I said to myself, how am I gonna build momentum in the short run? And that's one thing about getting out of a dark place, guys. Do things which you love and things which give you life. For me, obviously one of them is trims, but it was an example here.
One
of them is trims. Sorry.
Oh, right. Okay.
One of them is trims, right? Get my haircut done. But for me in this example here, what I actually did in order to get out of this dark place, start doing things I love to do again. Start gymming, reading, all these small things again, bro, just to start building that momentum up again. Because as I said beforehand, misery loves company, bro. But momentum kills that. So you start doing these things here, your brain starts moving away from these things.
Getting that momentum.
And I believe like there's a hormone released. You probably know more than me when it comes to this stuff, bro. Like a happiness thing in your brain.
I know what you're talking about.
I forgot what it's called.
Are you talking about dopamine?
Dopamine, all these other things, yeah. So when you start building momentum in that area, you start releasing these hormones.
I don't think it's dopamine. I think it's something else. But
it's something else, yeah. Start releasing all these hormones of happiness, right? And then what you realize, bit by bit, you start getting out of that dark place. That's what I did, bro. And
so you didn't feel like yourself for a long time, or for a little bit of time.
Yeah, a little bit of time.
So to get out of that dark place where you didn't feel like yourself, you went and did things that made you feel more like yourself. Like you got a haircut, so now you're looking like you usually look, or how you look when you're at your best. And you also went to the gym because that's what you were doing when you were in a good place. And you started reading, well, obviously you're reading your Bible already, but then you started listening to podcasts and reading books and stuff, because that's what you were doing when you were in a good place before as well. Bro. So when you were, so what you're saying is like, you weren't feeling like yourself, so you did things which made you feel like your best self, essentially.
Bro, that's exactly what it is, bro.
Okay.
That's a very practical thing for you guys right here. You might be in a dark place here, but I'm pretty sure one time in your life you can relate to a time where you were in a good place. So do those things which made you feel and made you.
Who was I doing back then? Who was I? Who was I around?
Who was I?
Who was I?
Who was I? What was I doing beforehand?
Yeah.
So like the dark, because sometimes a dark place can come your reality. Because if you start to think it.
Sometimes a dark place can what?
Sometimes a dark place can come your reality, because
become your reality.
Because you start to think it.
Yeah.
So it's like, as a man think of, so he is. So what we do to break that cycle, you go back and reminisce on the times of where you felt you were in a happy place. What was I doing back then? How was I living back then?
Who was I around?
Who was I with? What was I doing? What are the things I love to do?
Because some people like really actually can really affect your mood. Like some people actually make you happy. Like have you realized that you come out of some conversations being like really happy that you spoke to that person, or feeling better that you left the conversation. Not that you left the conversation, but after you left the conversation, you're like, okay, my day's a little bit better now that I spoke to them. It's true. And then being around those kind of people helps.
100%, bro, man. That's exactly what I did there. And I can't lie to you, it's a process now, but I'm in a good place now. Thank God. Because, bro, I started doing the things which I used to do beforehand. Because similar to what I said just a minute ago, how education became my reality in a sense. It consumes you. And it becomes your main priority. And because it becomes your main priority, bro, you start doing the things which you love to do.
Yeah, no, it's true, because I was like, I remember saying to you, like,
been gymming a while.
Oh yeah, I was like, bro, I ain't seen gym on your story in time. Like, what you doing? You're like, oh, bro, I gotta finish. I gotta pattern this, bro. I've only got a couple weeks left, bro. And then I'm free like Morgan. I'm free man like Morgan.
That's me speaking.
That's 100%.
That's definitely me speaking, bro.
I only got a couple weeks left, and I'm free man like Morgan. I'm like, yeah, it's true.
Hey, please sit on that, by the way. Free man like Morgan.
Free man like Morgan. Don't let it go over your head.
Yeah, man.
Get me.
But yeah,
I remember you saying that, and then I was like, damn, like he's really not doing the other things that he used to do, innit? But it's because this thing has taken priority, and then because it took priority so much in your life, that became your life. University became your life. That degree became your life. And then when that degree was done, or like when the education was done.
And that's the thing. I want to ask you guys all a question right now. What in my example was university, but what in your life do you feel is consuming you so much that you feel you're not being your best? Because once you actually understand what that thing is, which is consuming you, then you can start to say to yourself, okay, cool, I actually can't let this be my reality. I can't let this be my
be all and end all, like your whole life.
Yeah, your whole life.
For some man, it's girl. Gal. Some man is girls, innit? Because I remember, it was one of someone I was speaking to, right?
Yeah.
And he was saying like he started seeing this girl, and he started seeing her more and more. And the thing where it's kind of like taking over her life, taking over his life kind of thing. But not on the thing of like, oh, I hate this girl, like why is she always seeing me? But like he really liked her. And he was like, he was around her so much that like other things started falling off.
Wow.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Wow.
Because he was so like, he was so into her, consumed by her.
Yeah.
That it became adapted.
Did it lead to a dark place for him then? But
not really. But it just led to other things dropping off.
Yeah.
Like his other ventures.
That makes sense, bro.
And even Stephen Bartlett. Do you remember? You know Stephen Bartlett, Darius CEO.
Yeah.
I remember reading his book, and then he said his lowest point was when he sold his company for X amount of millions of dollars or whatever.
Wow.
Because he'd focused on something for so long, and it was just over just like that. Similar to your uni thing. Obviously not as much money was involved. But like it literally over like that. Everything he's been working towards, he's like, so like what do I do now, kind of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Is there more?
Yeah, bro. Is there more?
Because you've been working to that thing for so long. From
18 years, bro.
When I remember you were serious about your studies.
Come on, man.
Everyone knows that this guy has been serious about his studies from time. Like this guy's been on it. So,
we thank God, man. We actually do thank God, bro. It's only by His grace, man, that I've been even able, to finish this degree, bro. Bro, it was like people might think it's like a 1 year or like a exam or had to do that time, but bro, it's 18 years in the work.
Yeah,
bro.
It's an 18-year push.
18-year wash and push, bro.
Wash and push.
But bro, example of yourself where you've been at that place, bro.
Oh, when I lost the money trading.
Ooh.
Like I lost, Rob knows how much I lost. It was a fair amount, you know what I mean? It was a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, bro.
And that right there, matter of fact, it wasn't even when I lost that, it was when I lost it when I lost money for the second time. Like I've lost like a lot, like about three times now that I've lost a lot, and it was kind of like trading related and stuff like that. And then when it happened, I think it was the third time, I was like, damn. Like, what am I doing?
Peak this one,
bro. This was peak, bro. And it wasn't even necessarily the amount. It was like I've really done it again, kind of thing. It was like
question, yeah. Obviously, the whole topic we're talking about dark place, yeah. Did the negative self-talk link and push that dark place? So the negative self-thoughts of you trading kind of perpetuate you more so into that dark place.
I guess. No, not really. I don't think it was a negative self-talk thing. I think it was a thing of like, when I got into that dark place, it was like, I don't think it was necessarily to do with negative self-talk. It was just the place I was in.
Okay.
I was like, damn, like I really just went and lost it all again.
Because the reason why I say that, bro, is because mostly, sorry to put you off, bro.
Oh, go on.
A lot of the reasons why people go into dark places, bro, I can relate to this myself, innit? So I'm not just talking of vibes. We're not talking of vibes.
Never talking of vibes.
The reason why people get to dark places sometimes, bro, because the negative self-talk has kind of perpetuated the dark place, and it kind of like pushed the dark place to even darker place.
Oh, the dark place was created by the bread.
Yo, okay,
that was it.
Yeah.
that was the dark place.
But I say all of this to say to you guys this, right? We got an episode about negative self-talk. So guys, go link that up, because this will give you even more ammo in terms of how to get out of this dark place, bro. Nothing comes without anything. So what I say there is that you might be in a dark place right now, right? And that might be pushed onto you by the negative self-talk. So go watch the episode right now, and I'll really help you even more so in terms of how to get out of this dark place overall. But bro, I say all that to get back to you.
Yeah, but literally when I got to that place, I was like, damn, what am I really doing?
Yeah.
Like how, and I realized at that point, I realized why people end it.
Wow.
I realized why they do it. Like,
we lost the bread.
Yo, yeah. I was like at that point, I was realizing that, damn, like I see why people actually do this. But it's like because I would never, that's nothing I would consider. Yeah. But I was thinking like, I can understand why people in that position have lost everything. I think
it's important for people to understand.
Yeah. Because when you do that, you put so many things into perspective. Because I remember, bro, the sleep I slept. It wasn't sleep. It was literally a nap, bro. It was a nap. I went to bed at like 9. That's how you know it was pain.
That episode that time.
What did he say?
He said how like when he lost the bread, he couldn't even sleep.
Yeah, bro. I couldn't sleep, bro. I remember. I went to bed at 9 p.m. That's how you know it was techie. I went to bed at 9 p.m. on a dot, and I said, boy, I woke up at 2. That's how you know it was a nap. I woke up in the middle of the night. I was like, damn. I didn't know what to do with myself.
Wow.
I felt like I don't even know. I didn't know what to do with myself. I didn't even know what to think about myself. And like I was beating myself like, why would you do that again? Like da. And the
question is, bro, how'd you get out of that?
That's what it's leading to. What I did was I said, listen, man, I got to distract myself from this feeling somehow. Do you know what I'm saying? So I whipped out TikTok. I went on TikTok, and I remember finding, I told you this already actually. I remember finding, scrolling down, and a whole like sense of gratitude came over me because I saw 2 different people. There was one guy, he was in prison, and he was vibes in prison. He was just dancing. He was having fun with the other inmates and whatever. And he was dancing. Even in a terrible situation, he still found a way to be happy and to be calm and to be vibesy.
Be joyous in all situations.
Do you see what I'm saying? Even though he might have done the mad thing, I don't know what he's done. I don't know what he was on, but he was still able to be happy in that situation where he had no freedom. Yeah. But I can walk out my house. I can go to the park. I can go buy something from Tesco's. I can drive my car down to Brighton. I can go to France. I can go to Spain. Yeah. He can't. Yeah. He doesn't have his freedom. So I had gratitude, the overwhelming sense of gratitude right now for my freedom. And then I scrolled down a little bit further, and I saw this guy, like, he was hospitalized. He was on his bed. I think he was like deformed, like he had mad small arms, and like they were kind of twist up, and like he can barely even move. And then he was like DJing. Wow. And he was happy. Well, I don't know if he was happy, but he was smiling. Yeah. And he was like playing it on TikTok live through it all. Yeah. In a bed like this, barely can even move. Yeah. But he's DJing and he's still smiling through it all. That's so powerful. An overwhelming sense of gratitude came over me. Like, damn, how can I be like, I'm in a privileged position, I'd say. Obviously, he's not like, I'm not like Royals. Rick Ross. Do you know what I'm saying? The Royals, the Royals, but like, I still, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still have a house to be in. Come on, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to go hungry. I'm not going to, there's still food that I can eat. Yeah. And I can still build it back up. And that's another thing as well about taking risks. That's why I'm taking risks at this age, because I can build it back up. And I have built it back up since then, since I lost it.
I say something very important to you, bro. What bro says is a very important point, but I want you guys to get this very, very clear. What you're doing, what you're saying right there isn't trying to belittle anyone's pain, because everyone goes through pain. Pain is natural. Pain is actually part of life. But the most important thing is for you to be understand that your situation isn't the worst. Yeah, and it's literally gratitude. Like, you are actually in an okay city. Like, we live in, do you know the place that we live in right now? Yeah. We're actually so fortunate to live in that. If you're watching this video, you have access to a phone. A lot of people don't have access to even a phone or even internet. Because, bro, see the dark places here, I can relate to this. There's physical dark places that people live in that they can't get lights, bro. Yeah, bro. And we actually have lights. Look, we got free. We got even more. You can't even more in the ceiling that you can't even see. But, bro, the thing is though, when we get to dark place, sometimes we just a lot of these dark thoughts, negative thoughts, bro, come in from us just holding in on our reality from an emotional point of view rather than a factual point of view. What you said there, bro. Let me land, bro, because I'm gonna come land behind you, bro. Yeah, bro. Load it up, bro. But yeah, bro, it's like, we come from an emotional place, oh, life's so bad, but what's the facts behind my life? As you said, bro, I've got a house there, I've got a roof I've got clean water. These are things we have to be thankful for. So of course, when we're in a dark place, we're not here to belittle that, because it happens. Of course it happens. But the most important thing,
mad things happen in life, bro.
Mad things happen in life. But the most important thing is for you to be able to reflect on the things which are factual in your life, which are which are good. So that's one thing we'll say there.
People that love you. And I realized there was people that love me as well.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? There's really people around there that love me. And like, me losing that bread is not the end of the world.
Come on, bro.
That's the biggest thing. A lot of things aren't actually the end of the world. And a lot of situations aren't even as bad as you think they're going to be. Like, people have so much anxiety for situations that, number one, never even happen. And number two, even if they do happen, it's not even as bad as you thought. A lot of things are actually reversible or work aroundable. You see what I'm saying? You can work around stuff a lot of the time. Obviously, not every single situation, but in the grand scheme of things, yes.
Bro, a big catalyst of dark thoughts, bro, as you said, is anxiety, bro. And one thing I can say from personal experience, anxiety comes from us wanting to control situations. As you just said there, we can't control everything. This is me personally, what I've seen in my life. When I come to a dark place, or when I have been in dark places, it's because I try to control situations, maybe variables, maybe exams, maybe anything. I mean, we're looking back to education, exams, etc. But what I realized is that some things you just can't control. You have to let it be. You know what I mean? I believe in God, so I actually leave it to God. Other people leave it to other things. But just let it be. And once you actually do that, you let that weight go off your chest. It gives you the catalyst, it gives you the momentum just to bit by bit reduce the dark thoughts, bro. Because once we try to try and control everything which we can't even control, that's what really perpetuates furthermore the dark places, bro, man.
Yeah.
Like, one thing I will say to you guys right now, the things you can control them. The things you can't control, let it be.
And what can you control? You can control what you consume.
Yeah.
You can most definitely control what you can consume in terms of social media, in terms of the news. We had a conversation about that with Mr. Mike the other day. That podcast will probably be out in the future, maybe after our event. But it's a good conversation. Like, should you watch the news? Should you not watch the news?
Yeah.
But you have complete control over these things. You have control over what you let in.
Yeah.
And what you actually let out as well.
Yes.
You have control over that too.
You
don't have control over the weather.
It was a power.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have control over the government. You don't have control over all these other things. You know what I'm saying? But you do have control over yourself. Can you go to the gym? I feel like gym helps a lot.
Yeah.
We say gym a lot, but it actually helps a lot.
It helps a lot, bro.
It's not just physical, it's mental as well.
Yes. So many things, so many habits, so many good habits come from the gym.
Word.
Consistency.
Resilience.
Push yourself to the limit. These are all things which are helping you in all areas of your life. I'm a big believer in this, right? What you do in the dark will come to light, and what you do one area of your life will usually flow into other areas of your life too. So if you start to push yourself in the gym, do you not feel like you start pushing yourself in other areas of your life, and do you not think that'll be a catalyst to help you bit by bit reduce the dark place? I'll give you an example of myself. When I started going to the gym, things started to improve in my life. And just in closing for you guys all today, when it comes to getting out of a dark place, I want you guys to realize this. As we said at the beginning of the episode right now, you're not alone. Trust me, you're not alone. But one thing I want you guys to really, really remember is this. The things we can control, the things we can't control. But one thing we have to remember all the time is this. The things we can't control, we have to let it be. The things we can control, we can do our part to improve it. And what you'll realize when you do that, things bit by bit will start to improve. I ain't saying to you, you're going to come the best version of yourself in a day. It can't happen. It can't happen. But what I will say to you for free is this. 1% turn up every single day will help you become the person and the version you want to be.
Yes, indeed. But people, with that, we're going to have to say, alas, we're going to have to say goodbye. Do you know what I mean? But we can recap on what was said. So we said gratitude.
Yes.
That is a big, big part of getting out of that dark place. Another thing?
Being holistic. Having a holistic understanding of the whole situation around you. Perspective. Yeah.
Gaining the wider perspective as well. What was the third thing? Did we have a third thing?
We didn't have a third thing. But in fact, you know what? You guys put in the description below. Give us the third one. Or you even give us more. Why not? Give us more points. But if you guys watch this on audio, please leave a review. Stars. It goes a long way. Helps the algorithm out. Helps us spread the message, which is positive.
And if you're watching it on a video platform, which is YouTube, then do the same thing, but just like, comment, share, and subscribe. And make sure that you share this on your Instagram stories. It goes a very, very, very long way. Trust me. Just tell the people that you're listening. Tell them that it helped you. Tell them to listen, and we'll help a lot more people. But yes, with that, guys, we're going to have a lucky tough, yeah?
Have an amazing day, guys.
Till next time.